Hello and welcome once again to Colorado Conversations. I'm today's host, Chris Parente, and by way of introduction, I'm normally the morning anchor over on CW2 Daybreak. I've been the anchor there, for about 7 years, worked at Channel 2 for over 20 years. So I would encourage you, if you're up early in the morning, I hope you'll flip it to CW2 Daybreak. We have a different kind of morning show. We like to get you out the door in a better mood when you woke up. It's kind of a lighthearted, fun show, a lot of laughter, and I hope you will wake up with me. I know it's an early start. My alarm's up about 2:30 in the morning. But if you're an early riser, wake up with me on CW2 Daybreak. Now, as I mentioned, I've been here in Denver for 20 years, and I've met a whole lot of interesting people in that time. One of the problems with the morning news is we meet people quickly. They come in the studio, we talk to them for 2 minutes, and then they're out the door. This program, Colorado Conversations, the cool thing about it is we get to relax. We get to kind of dive deeper into who these people are, and it's why I love doing it. And today's guest, somebody you're going to want to get to know better. It is obviously Maria Galucci, a fellow Italian. Good to see you, Maria.
Thank you so much for
Now,
having me.
I did not invite Maria on because she's a fellow Italian, though that doesn't hurt. A fellow paisana. It's good to see you today.
Thank you.
Now, people, you might know her because you do real estate here around town. So people might say, oh, she's my real estate gal, right? How long have you been here in Denver and in Colorado?
So I've been in Denver since I was 5, so I don't want to say my age.
Right, many years, not that many.
Many
She's
years,
been here probably 28, 29, a few years,
Yeah,
we'll say.
but I've been in real estate for 33 years.
That's amazing. It's not why she's on the show. In fact, what I love about it, if you look at Maria, beautiful woman, the reason she's on the show, you would never guess. You would never guess. And in fact, I think that's why the title of your book is so captivating. She's an author, there's your first clue. And the title of the book is?
Raised in Silence.
Raised in Silence. And the minute I heard it, I said, I want you to come on the show. We got a lot to unpack with this book. First of all, I want to congratulate you. The book is now online and on bookshelves everywhere. Raised in Silence. So let's back it up. This does not mean that she doesn't talk, because obviously Maria's a talker. What it does mean is, tell folks, both your parents
Are deaf.
are deaf.
Yeah.
You were raised in a home where both your mother and father did not speak.
Yeah, no, my dad was born deaf, and then my mom became deaf at 9 months.
This is incredible to me, most of all because when you're about town, when you're meeting people, it's kind of a bigger lesson, right? No one knows your story and what you went through, what you experienced as a child. Both your parents being unable to speak and you being raised in that kind of a household, right?
Yes.
So I want to go back to you, your earliest memory of being, a toddler, 1, 2, 3 years old. What is your first memory of your mom and dad and realizing, maybe mom and dad aren't like other moms and dads?
Yeah, I feel like my first memory was when I was in kindergarten, and our school had a field trip to the Denver Zoo. And I was waiting for my mom at the tree while I was eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
And she came up and she was signing to me. And so I naturally was signing back, and then everybody was staring like, oh, is your parents deaf? I'm like, well, yeah, that's like my normal.
For you, it was normal. Mm-hmm. The other kids are like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly, and staring.
Here's what's curious to me. How did you learn, forgive me, to speak? Because obviously you learned sign. You told me you learned sign language before you learned how to speak, right?
Yes, exactly. So my mom always told us that we learned how to talk or speak from the TV, and we were in counseling, or not really counseling, but like speech therapy at school. So they put us into school and the speech therapies to learn how to speak.
Were you in special therapy before? Because normally children learn to speak as early as what? Like they're learning 1, 2, 3, mama, dad, gaga, goo goo, right? That's how they learn.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case in your house.
No, nope, it was not. Yeah, we went to school, and that's how we learned how to speak.
Did you go to school earlier, or were there other family members? How did that develop for you?
So there's 6 of us kids, and we went to preschool, and the pastor was deaf. Well, he wasn't deaf, but he knew sign language.
Right.
And so he knew the deaf culture world. And so
Gotcha.
he like taught us like how to talk and everything in preschool.
That's amazing to me. Now, you mentioned your siblings. You're one of 6. How many siblings do you have?
Yes, we have 6.
So, and you're in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
So were the kids, you guys were talking to each other while mom and dad, like, is that must have been a weird dynamic as well, no?
Yeah, we're still very, very a tight-knit like family with the siblings, and I actually also stutter because I think it was just being raised that way. But I think that us being in that community made us more closer because we only had each other because we can just talk to each other.
Right. I wonder how did it impact your, I don't want to say intimacy with your mom and dad, but your connection with them? Because I think a lot of people, you talk about, read me a bedtime story, mom, or hey, dad, let's go for a hike or toss the football. There's a lot of bonding that goes on with moms and dads and their kids that is verbal. Did you still have that through sign, or did it present challenges to you as a little girl?
I would say it presented challenges, and because we did not have that. And so I think that it made us more empathic, or like we had more empathy towards other people because we saw my parents like struggle through life without hearing and being stared at or being made fun of a lot of the times.
Right. Well, can I ask you, I guess I should back up, may I ask what your parents did for a living and how they were able to provide? Because that might have been a challenge as being hearing impaired.
Oh yeah, so my dad was a mechanic. So he always,
Really?
yeah, so he was a mechanic
Isn't that
for
funny? He worked with
30
his
years.
hands.
Yeah, he did. He worked with his hands. Yeah.
How about
And
your
then
mom?
My mom she just was a mom. She basically just raised us, and she worked part-time at different places. But
She wasn't just a mom, she was raising 6 kids.
Yeah.
That's a full-time job.
I told my parents always that the only reason why you had 6 kids was because you're deaf.
Right. Well, I have to wonder too, because I don't know. My parents did not have any impairment like that. Learning to sign as opposed to learning to speak as an infant, did that come naturally? Did you think, oh, that's just whatever was it easy to learn sign?
Yes, it was. And my son Adrian went to high school, and I told him, just go ahead and take ASL classes because I'll help you and it'll be just easy. It was completely different. Like I actually flunked one of his tests, and he's a straight A student. And because it's different when you are fluent in it and you learn it from childhood versus like what they teach you in school.
Right. Were there any other, I guess you talked about feeling a little isolated, like the kindergartners were looking at you and that's your first memory really.
Yes.
Of the other kids staring at you. Were you made fun of at all? Like, your parents are weirdos. Did the kids pick on you at all?
They did, because they always felt like they spoke weird because they don't know how to audio like what they're speaking, and so they always made fun of us.
And you'll forgive me, if I'm saying anything offensive, it's only out of my ignorance. I'm not trying to be. But oftentimes deaf people can make noises, but they don't necessarily know what sound they're making. Is that accurate?
Yes, and I think that there's a lot of deaf people who can actually like speak extremely well. Like I have a few deaf friends that can talk really, really well. So I think
in your parents' case, that wasn't.
It was not the case with my parents. Yeah.
And so the kids would say your parents are talking funny.
Yeah.
And they would make fun of you that way.
Yeah. Correct.
And moving through, I guess, into adolescence, the high school years, were there any challenges with both your parents being deaf and then you not having that impairment? Because when you go through the teenage years, those are the rebellious years. Any kid usually goes through I hate you, mom and dad, I hate you. I would imagine there's a lot of guilt. Like if your parents have that, I call it differently abled, they have that, you might feel guilty having that anger, but it's normal. Like what was it like for you as a teenager?
We, which is probably a good thing, never had that. Like we never really fought with our parents because they obviously can't yell at you or anything like that, and we always had such a good, I think, relationship with our parents because of that.
Hey, that's a good question I want to ask. Like how do deaf parents discipline? because you're right, they really can't yell at you.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know if you're in trouble?
Their look on their expression on their face.
Oh, I see. The look on their faces
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Right. But like, if you're upstairs and they're downstairs and it's time for dinner, or if they're mad at you, like, how is that communicated?
They would have to, well, my mom could speak, so she would probably yell at us to come down, but my dad would just come up and get us, like tap us on the shoulder and say, okay, it's ready for dinner.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, may I ask, I don't know this, and I should have asked you before, are your parents still with us?
No, they both have passed away.
Crossed over. So, gosh, I knew time was going to go fast. It's already going fast. I do want to talk a bit about what inspired you to write this book, and maybe is it to honor your parents at all? Like, obviously, I believe the spirit goes on, like your parents are watching this interview. Is it to honor them at all part of the reason you wrote this book?
It was, because like I still wish because my dad just passed a couple of years ago, but he knew I was writing the book. My mom passed when we were really young, and so well, not really young, and then my dad knew I was writing the book, and I always wish, like, oh, I wish he was here, because he kind of helped, like,
right.
inspire and all that stuff for the book.
Well, in some ways he is.
Yeah.
In all the important ways.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. Colorado Conversations. Isn't it interesting and fascinating to learn about how other people were raised, and I'm not going to say overcame, but really grew from it. And the new book, we'll talk about how you can get it. We'll learn more when we come back here. Colorado Conversations. Stick around. Hey, welcome back to Colorado Conversations. Boy, I love this program. I told you I'm the morning anchor over on CW2, and again, I hope you wake up with me. That program is awesome, but this one's unique because we really get to know our guests, and you get to know them too. And Maria, it's been a pleasure already. Because honestly, I have no idea what it would have been like to be raised by two parents who are deaf. And that's the point of your new book, Raised in Silence. And we should say that book's available online and at booksellers everywhere.
Yes.
And it's doing quite well, isn't it?
Yes, we actually was #1 on the new best released.
Wonderful.
The new title.
And you were saying part of the reason to write the book is to educate people and to honor your parents, and also to let people know not just the challenges that you faced I can't imagine as a child in a silent household where your parents don't speak, but also the challenges that your mom and dad faced. This was a few years ago, where imagine as a deaf parent going to parent-teacher conferences, or trying to take your kid to the doctor, or even trying to go to the grocery store or the bank. That was a challenge for your mom and dad, wasn't it?
Yes, it definitely was. I still remember like going to parent-teacher conferences, and I would just tell my parents, oh, they said it was great, even if it wasn't great.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry, it's good.
The teacher says I'm the perfect
Yeah,
student. Nah,
exactly.
Yeah. But honestly, that had to be a real challenge for your mom and dad, yeah?
Yes.
And then you became the interpreter?
Yes, the unofficial interpreter is what I became.
In a lot of ways, I think that's changed now. I mean, I don't know, because obviously I think all the people in my life are able to hear. But I do notice when I watch like city council meetings or I watch press conferences, there's almost always a sign interpreter now. Are people more aware now, do you think, of being aware and accommodating of that?
100%, because the difference between my mom passing away and my dad and the medical appointments and it was 24 years later, so it was a huge difference, because I was the one who had to walk into the room and I saw the doctor's face, so I knew it was not good, and had to interpret to my mom that you have terminal cancer. Where my dad, he actually had interpreters. We were still with my dad, but he had interpreters in there, which is not the case back
Let's
then.
walk it back, and this is also covered in the book about your mom's passing, because your mom crossed over several years ago before things are updated. You had to tell your mom through sign that the diagnosis was terminal and that it was likely she wasn't going to make it. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Because the doctor wasn't able to say it to her.
Exactly, yeah, and there was no VRS, which is the video relay service, or the VRI, which is the video relay, like interpreters on like a big TV, or any interpreter, so we had to do it as kids.
It's amazing to me, and how your mother and father were able to still make it work with 6 children and raise 6 wonderful kids. I want to ask, and we'll talk about your kid, because that's also involved in the book. I know you've written about it in the book, but on a broader sort of a broader context, what inspired you to write the book, sort of like what your message is to people, because most people don't have the experience that you had. They're never going to have a mom and dad. And then I imagine there's people whose parents might be blind or who might be quadra or paraplegic. But what is your message overall that you think anybody watching could gain from the book? What are you hoping people will learn from having read your book?
I think awareness and inclusion, and that all of us are just the same as everyone else, and just to include them and make them feel loved.
How did you see that, like, I guess, in your story, do you feel like your parents didn't feel included or felt excluded?
For sure. I felt like my parents felt excluded in the community because they can't hear. So when you're walking to a store and people are talking behind you, they can't hear. So they definitely felt excluded. I feel
isolating, I imagine.
Yeah, isolating. Yes.
Did they have a circle of friends, and were those friends like largely the deaf community? Were they able to make friends? Did you have a circle of friends or no?
No, we actually did not. And right now, actually, my closest friends are actually in the deaf and hard of hearing community. Like, I have friends obviously hearing, but then the ones that I'm close to are actually deaf, because I feel more comfortable signing than I do talking.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but could you show me a little bit? I've always been fascinated by sign. I think it's beautiful because it kind of visually tells the story in a way that words alone can't. Could you do a little sign for us right now?
Sure, I can say my name is Maria, which is Maria.
So when it comes, you can spell out the words, right? You
Yeah.
can spell out any word, but then there are also symbols for words, right?
Yes, yeah. This is the I love you symbol.
How would you say mother and father?
So mother, father.
Do it again. What's mother?
Mother.
Mother.
And then father.
Father.
Yeah.
Then how would you say love?
Love.
Love. How would you say family? Hold on.
Family.
Good. Yeah, good. So family again.
Family.
How do you say child?
Child.
How about community? Is that a word?
So I would say like community.
Community.
Yeah.
How do you say television?
TV.
Spell it out.
Yeah.
I dig it. And I might ask, gosh, we're so short on time. If folks out there are interested, there are a number, aren't there, of ways to learn sign. I've always been curious. I think it'd be a great skill. And I also, maybe I'm wrong, there are different types of sign, aren't there?
Yes, there are. So every country has their own sign language, which I think a lot of people don't know. So in like I do American Sign Language, which is ASL. And so other countries, like my mom always told me in Finland, they actually like use their body to do their signs.
Right. Oh, so every country kind of has their own tweaks and their own way it's developed. And so there are, I guess, schools, universities, online, there's a way to learn it?
Oh, yes. And then RMDS here, if they want to go to Colorado, they actually teach the sign.
Gotcha. I think it'd be wonderful to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to go to a break. I'm going to go to break. And when we come back, I want to talk about your child, because that's an effort, a chapter in the book too. Then we'll wrap it up. I wish we had more time. Dag nabbit. Give me the sign for don't go away. Hold on. What is it? Don't
go away.
Away. I love it. We're coming right back. Welcome back to Colorado Conversations. I have to say, I wish it were a little longer conversation, but we have just a couple minutes left. And before we go, I do want to thank you again for being my guest. The book again is called
Raised in Silence.
And it is available at booksellers and online. That would be what? Amazon, Kindle, the Apple Bookstore. I can get it anywhere?
Yes, Barnes & Noble, Tattered Cover, all those places.
And very quickly, spell your last name so folks know if they're looking by author.
Oh, yes, it's Gallucci.
Good Italian name.
Yes.
Before I let you go, I know you kind of mentioned you wanted to talk about your child because you see a parallel between the deaf community. Do you want to talk about that quickly?
Yes. So my son is gay. So I feel like the LGBTQ community and the deaf and hard of hearing community go parallel with each other because all they want to do is feel included. Like they just want to feel seen, heard, and be their authentic self.
You said in some ways, what you experienced kind of walking through the hallways and feeling like nobody could understand is kind of what your son felt like walking through the hallways, yeah?
Yes, 100%. They just feel like they're excluded and not accepted. And if we all just accept everybody, it would make a whole better world.
I imagine that's part of maybe your hope with the book. I know the hope is to get greater understanding, but on a grander scale, I mean, what do you hope this book can do for the world if enough people read it?
I feel like it can be like awareness that love is love. Like, it doesn't matter who's walking by you. You don't know what's going on with their day. You don't know if they're deaf. You don't know if they're gay. You don't know any of that stuff. And just love them. Like, you don't have to, like, nobody has to feel excluded.
Amen to that. Love is love. Give me the sign for that one. Love.
Love is love.
Love.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any future books in the works? One is enough?
Maybe. I don't know.
I've only got like 30
that.
seconds. I want to say you're a real estate gal. You went to an author. Can you give me like 2 sentences? How easy is it to go write your own book? That had to be a challenge. Or is it easy these days?
It was hard. Yeah,
Is it hard?
It was challenging, but I'm so glad I did it. And it was a dream come true after 15 years.
If somebody has an idea for a book, should they pursue it, or is it take a lot of research, or can it?
They should pursue it 100%.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so if you got a dream, it's hard, but it can be done.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
long does it take from an idea to writing it to getting it published?
Mine took 15 years.
So get started now is the answer.
Yeah.
15 years.
Yes.
I'm glad you did it.
Thank you.
I'm glad you stood through and got it done. Thank you for the blessings of this book. How do I say thank you?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And best of luck. That's it. We're out of time. Another Colorado Conversation's come and gone. Thank you. Keep tuning in. Every day we got a different conversation. And I'll see you tomorrow morning on CW2 Daybreak. Have a good one.
Download Fox 31 Plus from your App Store.